has been cleared. The dungeon's collapsing. Run to the exit. You'll die if you stop even for a second. Die. Die. Kill all the lowly overworlders that destroyed our sanctuary. Damn it, there's too many of them. They'll catch up to us at this rate. You guys, what are you doing, SEO Munyab? If you make it, each of you better write me a biography. Humanity was not aware that they were not the only ones. Hey, asshole. Watch where the fuck you're going. That had established civilization on Earth. Underworlders. People that lived beneath the ground as the underground civilization. Different civilization. From the ones humans had established above ground. Kaya. Humanity was faced with the crisis of imminent annihilation. Humanity soon launched a counterattack, but no weapons that humans possessed could deal damage to them. They possessed mystical powers that even nullified military weapon strikes. However, the situation changed. The mystical powers that the underworlders possessed soon started affecting humanity, and the few humans that were influenced by it transformed into superhumans, possessing mystical powers they did not previously have. Humanity, with its newfound powers, fought back against the underground civilization, and at long last, the final dungeon gate. In the spring of 2005, the strongest 7 superhumans gathered together. They raided the final dungeon, a base of the underground civilization, putting an end to the lengthy war. They were bestowed with immense fortune and fame. But there was one person who did not make it back. Co Munyab statue unveiling ceremony. Co Munyab, the leader of the 7 heroes, was the only one who didn't get to live to reap all the glory and rewards. The heroes who made it out alive became stars. While the dead hero became a legend. It's a major crisis. France has started their attack, but our players, they're unable to respond properly. Nathan Bernard. Player Nathan's mercilessly slaughtering our players. Kills. Nathan has taken 6 kills by himself. Has there ever been a player like this since the foundation of the International Battlefield League? Damn it. This is performance expected of the superhuman ranked top 3 in the age of Battlefield. Our national team is close to being wiped out without even getting a chance to strike back properly. The only player left is Baek Haeyeon. It's a fight with very low odds of victory for them. I wonder. Player Haeyeon is charging at Nathan. She's using her specialty, the whip, to face Nathan head-on. As expected of the daughter of one of the 7 heroes. However, you'll never beat me. With a team like this. Baek Haeyeon. Dead. South Korea has been served an immense defeat. Our national team was unable to stop Nathan. MVP Nathan Burner in the second set. Nathan recorded 7 kills, bringing an end to the Korea vs France match. With a perfect score of 0-11. That took down countless dungeons during the age of the Underworld War was unable to keep up with the changing times. Head coach Baek Jiho, this is a great shame. For the country that produced 2 of the heroes that saved humanity, SEO Munyab and Baek Jiho. And so, the game has ended in a one-sided defeat. France is a strong team, but it was a truly sad game. Korea, I'm sure the people of our country are feeling quite down. Just fuck off. How is this an international match? Replace the national team already. Haeyeon is the only real person in the team. Do you think we paid to watch such a shitty game? It's a mess. One of the 7 heroes, Baek Jiho. This is the 3rd loss since I became the head coach of the national team. Module disconnected. Ending link. Like the audience said, except for Haeyeon, they're all just nobodies. Korean superhumans were famous for being powerful and strong-willed, but that's now a story of the past. Their mentality and skills are all at the absolute bottom. The ones with promise all left long ago, or died. Coach waiting room. Sigh. Hey, Yob. It'd be nice if you were still alive. Knock knock. Head coach, you need to go out for your interview. Everyone's waiting. Sigh. Yeah. I guess I should go apologize to the public. That's what they made me the head coach for. Coach. It's hopeless. What? What do you mean? It's impossible with this team. They're too weak. And they lack the basics and the mentality for it. It hasn't even been long since you became head coach. We're just starting. No. I'm going to have to announce my resignation during this interview. Unless Munyab comes back alive or something, this is too much for me. I should quit before this drags my reputation down further. If even you quit, this team really will have no hope. I can't give up on this chance. I will finally resign. Why are you coming out from there, Association President? Did he call to berate me? Yes, President. Did you hear the news? I knew it. How the national head humiliated our country with how bad they lost. Yeah, I saw it up close with my very own eyes. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Then what is it? What? What did you say? Gwangwaman Square had statues of 3 people. Someone fell from the sky. They're wearing armor. Sejong the Great, Admiral Yi Sun-sin, Emperor Sejong the Great, and the man that, years ago, saved 6 of the heroes by sacrificing himself. Seo Munyab. Isn't that Seo Munyab? It's Seo Munyab. Did you go deaf? Do you not understand what I'm saying? Seo Munyab returned alive. C. The dungeon's door, finally closed. Alright, then. Why don't we fight to the death? Curve. Gasp, gasp. Ah. Dear patient, have you woken up? Where is 18 this place? How's your condition? This is the hospital. What? This is 2022 not 2005. VIP patient SEO Munyab. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure it was 2005 when I entered the final dungeon. It must be extremely confusing for you. I think there's a need to explain the current situation for you, but, hold on. Ugh, what? I was surprised for nothing, you weakling. A nobody like you, being cocky. Let's go. Wah. Arvinscans.com. Pft. Puhahahaha. Why didn't I notice it until now? Wands. The thing that is just as important as body weight in boxing. Eye-hand coordination and reflexes. The hand-eye coordination that can see each grain of sand that falls and follows its movement. And the reflexes that dodge all the punches. I had a pretty useful corner, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not going to the mine. TL/N, maybe he's. I will win. I will survive. Years ago. It's the rising revolt of the armored gladiators. It's a tough situation that even regular troops could hardly cope with. The kingdom which had barely suppressed the rebellion later abolished the slave gladiator system. arvinscans.com. And that's how fighters are born. The fight of destroying an opponent with only fists. It gives the audience pleasure. That's what I found out about fighters in this world. Moreover, with this kind of body, a morning exercise. Don't worry so much. You are a hero who has saved the world. Do you think anyone would neglect you? In fact, Mr. Baek Jiho heard of your news and contacted us. I will contact him again to ask when he'll be arriving. Ah, he says he will be arriving soon. Understood. Then I will be going out for a second. If you need anything, please press the bell. Even though I'm seeing it with my own eyes, I still can't believe it. Well, I can ask the specifics from Jiho later. I should check my body's condition first. Eyes of analysis. Eyes of analysis. You are able to analyze and visualize the talents and abilities of living creatures. Only the caster is able to see this information. This is the superpower that allowed me to become the strongest superhuman in the world. These eyes not only check the target's current ability, but also their potential ability in the future. Because of that, I was able to grow faster than anyone else. Home news, politics, economics, society, culture, dungeon, bad boy, came in like a meteor. Youngest leader SEO Munyab, another successful raid at an undisclosed dungeon, and I was able to become a dungeon raid leader early on. Also, please, take me on as your student. Even Jiho, who would eventually end up becoming one of the 7 heroes someday. Target Baek Jiho, human, strength 42-70, dexterity 65-100, speed 60-99, endurance 39-69, willpower 59-90, skill 35-70, aura 33-72, superpower teleportation. What the hell? I thought he was just some loser, but his potential is extremely high. Alright, I'll take you on as my student, but if you die while following me, it's not my business. What? Understood. I will do my best to stay alive. Was raised with these eyes. Strength 79, dexterity 97, speed 76. Everything's the same. Target SEO Munyab, human, strength 79-79, dexterity 97-97, speed 76-77, endurance 91-91, willpower, skill, aura, superpower, eyes analysis. Fro 2 immortal. Willpower, skill, aura 110. Wasn't 100 the maximum limit for a talent for humans? But it says 110. And a superpower that I didn't have before, immortal. You are immune to death from physical causes. Appeared. Did I have a broken ability like this before? If I think about the fact that new superpowers can form in special situations, was it formed because of that fight? Then maybe Yob. Are you Jiho? Yob. You really came back. You got a lot, seems like weaker. It's been peaceful. Hey, have you finished crying now? You'll find out when you get older as well. You start to cry more as you age. I wouldn't know because I'm still young though. Anyways, did you keep the promise? What promise? My biography, dude. Ah, that. I hired a ghostwriter. They were a famous fantasy novel author. Savior of the world SEO Munyab. Ha, so it starts off with me being born or something like that. There was even a documentary and a movie. They made them like it was some mythological story. Well, the content was whatever, but each and every one of them became popular. In fact, the movie was able to hit #1 on the worldwide box office. Then what should I do now? I thought I died in the dungeon, but when I opened my eyes, I was in the hospital. 17 years have passed. It's all filled with things I've never seen before. I think it was called a smartphone. That was really surprising. I'm sure that I'm not looking at an illusion, but it still doesn't feel real. And even though I saved the world, I'm really just a poor homeless person. What are friends for? If you need money, tell me. Wow, it looks like you grew up a lot, Jiho. You must have made a fortune in those 17 years. Did you start a business or something? There's money that I earned from raiding dungeons, and I even received a reward after the Underground War. I couldn't not do anything after earning so much, right? There's a limit to how much you can play around with it. That's strange. Even if you have a lot of money, how could a business not fail with an idiot like you at the head? It pains to admit it, but I also left that to a professional. Then that means, you're jobless, right? That's not it either. I have something else that I do. Yeah. What are you doing? Head coach. Head coach of the national representatives. Huh? Why are you talking so quietly all of a sudden? And head coach? What kind of coach? Wait a second. Watch this. Europe Battlefield World Cup Final Qualifiers versus what is this? What is this? These are the dungeons that we raided. Haven't all of the dungeons disappeared? This is a virtual reality sport called Battlefield. You could say that this is a new business which uses the superhumans who became useless after the war, but it was extremely popular since its inception, and now it's the most popular sport. It just looks like little kids playing around. But it isn't. The high-ranked players can not only compare to the 7 heroes, but the Battlefield World Cup rankings is also a matter of national pride. So what place is South Korea? What? Did your hearing go bad because you got old? What place is South Korea? Despite us having a low population, we had a ton of strong guys, right? If it's child's play like that, I'm sure that we'd be ranking pretty high. The distance over there is about. That's. Truthfully, South Korea is dead last. What? When a great evil disappears, the next evil will be the one who felled the first. Huh? What did you say? That's why our country became a weak nation in Battlefield. What? How does that even make sense? After the war ended, there were many higher-ups who were afraid of the superhumans who had nowhere to go. They didn't know when the blade would be turned toward them. Or something like that. Those people are still the same. That's why Battlefield was strongly regulated. Under the pretense of superhumans having destructive power, they tried to put anyone deemed strong under the control of the nation. Same goes for me. Now that I think about it, I can already see it. All the Korean superhumans deemed strong back in the day nearly naturalized to other countries and became players or coaches. Well, that's true. Even when I was there were so many people who tried to use us in any way possible. I should have broken their kneecaps then. But you shit-talked everyone, from politicians to the president. It's because I got angry seeing their blatant attempts to use me. I went easy on them too. In any case, since our starting point was bad, the average level of players is pretty low. So, Yob, no, hey, I didn't even say anything. It's obvious. You're trying to get me into this battlefield or something. Hey. You're only 30 years old now. Your skills are at their prime. Isn't it a waste? I'm not wasting anything, so don't worry so much. I don't want to live as a superhuman anymore. My life as a superhuman ended heroically in the final dungeon. You don't have to fight with that sense of duty anymore. It's just sports. I've never felt something like a sense of duty. Do I look like someone who would fight for others? I fought to survive when I was young, and fought for recognition in a place that gave it to me after I became a superhuman. So isn't it about time I live for myself? On top of that, if I say I'll be joining Battlefield, the press will be no joke. Home news breaking politics economics main news Korea in crisis and bullshit like that. They'll create expectations for me by themselves and rely on me again. Doesn't the thought of Battlefield pique your interest? Nah, I hate feeling like a clown. Alright, I'll let that be then. But I guess Korea's superhumans didn't completely fail. What are you talking about? We still have superhumans like that. That's my daughter. I isn't Heian, 6 years old. 17 years have passed, she's 23. Really? She's really pretty now, but now that I see her 17 years later, she looks quite similar to how she did before. Yob, you can stop now. Sorry. You have arrived at your destination. Oh my. Mr. Yob. Han Sungi, 52, superhuman, wife of Baek Jiho. It's been so long. Good to see you. Yeah. It's only been a week for me though. Oh my, look how much I aged in that week. No way, it really looks like I have only been gone for a week. You're too much, Mr. Yob. You've worked hard driving like this, honey. Well, it's nothing considering that my friend who I thought was dead came back to life. Now it feels real. I really came back alive. To a peaceful world without dungeons or fighting. What should I do now? So I settled on playing around for now. Is there anything good to watch? This is Stairway to Hell. Whoa. Is this drama on a rerun? Holy shit. I was really curious how this ended. Yeah, alright, this was it. This was the reason I came back alive. The potato chips I prepared are enough. Let's binge the whole thing today. And while I'm at it, I'll watch all the drama I've missed from 2005 onwards. All of them. Yob, are you really gonna sit at home watching drama the whole time? Hey, it wasn't that long ago you told me you'd let me be, so what's this now? Yeah, you can live for yourself. But, those reporters have been staking it out for multiple days now. They said they won't go back until they've seen you. What the fuck? There's a disgusting number of them. Shit, those bastards. Fine, whatever. Get the reporters tomorrow. I'm gonna need to get them all in one place, and tell them to fuck off from my life from now on. I thought I would need to sit in front of his house for a month, so this is faster than expected. Yeah. And he looks more composed than I expected. I heard that he would flip everything and mess it up if it wasn't to his liking. Will this end without an incident? Then, we'll start the press conference now. Firstly, as you can see, I have returned. I'm also surprised by my situation, so you would be even more surprised. In any case, the attention the people have given me, he's doing it a bit more normally this time. I'm not thankful at all. Ask me all your questions today, and never pay attention to me ever again. As I thought, this part of him still hasn't changed. Raise your hand one at a time to ask questions. How did you return from the final dungeon? I don't know either. After I woke up, I was in the hospital. I have no way of giving a satisfying answer. Do you have memory of the past 17 years? No. For me, 2005 was just a few days ago. Have you contacted any of the other 7 heroes? I have not. It was only business. And I'm not close to any of them. Do you have intentions to reclaim your wealth? No, I do not. Then, next, you, over there. You would have heard about the battlefield from head coach Beck. Well, yeah. Then do you have any intentions of becoming an active player? It's finally here. Is there a reason? I don't find it exciting. Isn't it because you feel you'll fail? The only thing failing here is your hairline. I'm not interested in Battlefield at all. It doesn't particularly look fun either. So don't expect me to act like a clown for your amusement. Okay, alright. Thank you for the answer. We'll start closing off the press conference now. I hope your curiosity has been somewhat sated. I'm saying don't bother me anymore. Then, goodbye. Thank you for gathering here. Then, please be on. Wait. I have one last question before you go. Yesterday, player Gerald Walker talked about you, saying the 7 heroes are nothing and that they won't be able to touch me. What are your thoughts on this? Gerald Walker. He's the star Battlefield player from the US. He's also called the pride of the American tanks. Really? Then is that Gerald Walker the strongest player? So, the thing is, there is a top 3 for the best players in Battlefield. Nathan Berner from France, Roy Meyer from Ireland, and Daniel Mansky from Germany. Walker is an outstanding player, but he hasn't been able to reach these top, Really, even if 17 years have passed, whatever he is. If he can't even get into that top 3 or whatever, he can't say a word. If you want to fight me, don't go to Battlefield and come find me in real life. I, with my own 2 hands, will bury you in my backyard. And so he says. Walker. Zachary Woodus Battlefield Player Agency. An A match with the US. How can you notify me out of the blue? Ah. So noisy. Hey. Jiho, you're being noisy, so take your call outside. Yes, I understand. Sigh, I can't watch TV because you're so loud. What is it, man? We have an A match with United States in 2 weeks. I see. Don't care, it's all your fault. Don't you remember Gerald Walker? What? Who? The one that tried to provoke you. The guy that you said you'd bury out in the back. Oh, him. He apparently got furious after being publicly humiliated by you. What a baby. All because of that. You said how he's not a part of the top 3. Apparently, he's very sensitive about that. He wants to face you, but since you don't play Battlefield, I think he wants to take it out on the Korean team instead. What do they got to do with me? What a weird guy. Just my luck, good luck, but I'll laze around for you. You, huh? But if they're having a match between national teams, does that mean Hye-yeon will be there as well? You said she's a national team player. Whoa. That spooked me. Who's that? Oh, hey, you're back earlier than I expected. I hurried home after hearing Uncle's at our place. Oh, and I wanted to see you and Dad too. Where's Uncle? He's watching TV in the living room. Hey. Uncle. Kook. Hey Eon, think about how big you are now. You almost killed me. You're actually back. Yeah. I was worried you'd have forgotten me by now. How could I forget? You used to play with me all the time. I loved that you'd always bring cookies or chocolates. Mom and Dad never let me have stuff like that, but you sure are big now. They do say that children grow fast. Hee hee. Of course. I'm 23 now. Yeah. So you're back because of the A match, right? Nah. I came to see you. That's just the side quest. I see, but Uncle. Yeah, I have something I want to ask. Are you really not interested in Battlefield? Did Jiho put you up to this? Sorry, but I have zero interest in stuff like that. Whyyyyyy. Your uncle has lots to do, even if I ask like this. No way. You've changed. I think it's pretty clear it's you guys that changed. You used to always listen to my favors. Yeah, but those favors were to buy you snacks at best. Still. Okay, I have a different request. I have to go do an avatar check at the association. Can you come along with me? Avatar check. What's that? Sigh, that's so annoying. You can at least do that for me, can't you? Dad said he's too busy to go as well. Ugh. Fine. You'll know if you come with. Korea Battlefield Association welcome, player Hye-yeon and Sir Seo Munyab. Stage select please follow me. I'll first assist with your avatar check, player Hye-yeon. Okay, checking weapons and armor. 3, 2, 1, scan complete. Syncing with avatar. Now. Connect. Ooh, are you watching, Uncle? Give me a monster. I want to move around a bit. Ha. So they can do stuff like that as well. Battlefield is a virtual reality sport. Using the Battlefield Association's priority technology, we are recreating dungeons, monsters, and players in virtual reality. That's why players that are participating for the first time have to come to the association and create an avatar. It really does look like the real thing. I guess I'll see how good Heian is. Okay. Avatar synchro rate has been confirmed. You can disconnect now. How was I? Uncle. You weren't bad for a 6-year-old, though you still got ways to go. Then why don't you give it a try? Also, I'm 23 now. I told you, I'm not competing in Battlefield, no one asked you to. I'm just telling you to give it a test. Besides, I'm really curious. I heard a lot from Dad about how strong you are, but I want to see it in person. When I was big enough to see you fight, you were already gone. Sigh. Fine. I get it. I'm going to do it just this once because you're the one asking. Really? Thanks, Uncle. Sir Munyab, will you be giving it a try? Normally, we'd have to do the avatar test after measuring many of your stats, so I just have to go in. If you enter like that into a connection module, your avatar will be barehanded in sweats. First, you need to get your weapons. They're a bit different than the ones I used to use. They're too light for their size. What you're holding are standard battlefield equipment. Players normally use custom equipment. But because this is a test room, we only have the standard equipment. If you don't find them comfortable, I can ask them to produce something else. No, it's fine. A spear is enough, and this is already annoying, so let's just do it. Battlefield, connecting to a virtual dungeon. I guess I'll check out what it's like. Calling weapon information. Scanning the body. Scan complete, an avatar will be created with the scanned information. Mr. Asio Munyab, can you hear me? Where you are is a virtual area that is a complete replica of the real testing area. It feels pretty similar to when you go through a dungeon gate. Looking at the console, there doesn't seem to be any error with synchronization between the avatar and your real body. Uncle, fighting. Then throw whatever at me like you did with Heian. Yes, understood. Salarbun, is it? I feel there's a little difference than the ones I know, you're right. That monster is the special monster, Salarbun, that can only be damaged by aura. However, we've initialized it based on the data of the strongest specimen we had records of. Kaiiiee. Ha. I brought in a spear for nothing, ha. That's insane. Did you kill the Salarbun with a flick of your finger, Uncle? You're fussing over nothing. Oh, so this happens when it dies. Salarbun isn't a particularly tricky monster to face, but it definitely isn't something you can kill with a finger. Hey, get rid of the trash mobs, and summon a new one. I have to test something. Yes, understood. So it's true that there is nearly no difference with real life. I guess I could test that in an environment like this. Even if that was the strongest variance, it wasn't any different from what I was expecting, so I couldn't warm up properly, but, well, can't do much about that. Yeah, your title is the strongest superhuman. There's no way you would be satisfied with just a Salarbun. English. This is, what happened? Why is it like this so suddenly? So, the thing is, Korea Battlefield Social. Warning. Someone is trying to connect here with an external module. Does your invitation from before still apply? I came to find you, 'cause you asked, but why are you speechless? Looks like you got scared, 'cause you didn't expect me to actually come. I don't know if it's 7 heroes or 8 heroes. But I'll prove it now that reputation is nothing but froth. Die. AAA not there. Did I get scared? There's no way. I was thinking how good this test will be. How did this? Don't worry too much. I allowed it. There's nothing to worry about. Association President. Dad, I thought you were busy. It was all talked out in advance, but I guess it hasn't been told to you guys yet. I apologize for the confusion. Will this be enough, MS Manager? Park Jin-tae, Korea Battlefield Association President. I thank you for your cooperation even though our request was a little difficult, Association President. Emma Morse, Gerald Walker's manager. That guy is indebted to me for a lot. If he has a conscience, he won't be able to say anything. I should be the one thankful for this. With this opportunity, that guy might gain an interest for Battlefield. This guy, he's better than I thought. Eyes of analysis. Target Gerald Walker, human, willpower dexterity 81 to 96 endurance 58 to 62 87/97 80 to 93 superpower body strengthening indomitable strength 100000000. Strength and endurance. Target strength dexterity endurance willpower Gerald Walker, human, 81 96 58 60 seconds 87 97. He's actually specialized for tanking. And his willpower is 87. I thought he was just a hot-headed idiot, but looks like he can back up his idiocy a little. Why did you stop fighting? You staring at me? This guy, I guess he can back up his talk. If someone like this existed 17 years ago, we might have taken him into the final dungeon. His superpower is very fitting for a tanker as well. Now that I think about it. That thing I found when I opened my eyes at the hospital, that's superpower. I was thinking of testing it against Salarbun, but since I got this guy now, let's test it on him. If it's only this much, I can see you clearly. He stopped right in front of me. I'll show you something interesting. Uncle. SEO Munyab stopped his charge and didn't move afterwards. It was like he wanted to die. Just what was he? Fucking hell. It hurts more than I thought. Kook. How is this? He would have died instantly since he didn't even guard. Cough, cough. This, insane. They've simulated smoke as well. No way. How's that? I told you I'd show you something interesting, didn't I? To be alive after being hit by that, just how? I got a cool new superpower after a close brush with death, and I became an actual immortal. The test was a success, but not only did I not die, it's even healing my wound. This won't do. This won't be a proper fight. Hey, controller guy out there. Can you hear me? Is something wrong? I think I can't die, which is probably thanks to a superpower I got after making it back from the final dungeon. What? You can't die. How can you have such a power? There's something like that. Anyway, I think it's kind of cheating to use that here. Is it possible to seal powers away or something? Why yes, it's not that hard to seal powers. Alright. Then seal this immortal thing. Yes, please just give me a moment. Seal ability target, SEO Moon superpower. Would you like to seal? Yes, no, I sealed the power like you asked. You shouldn't be able to use immortal now. What? Immortal? Yeah. It was a new power, so I decided to test it out. But if immortal works even here, I figured you'd go around blabbering and blaming the ability when you lose. You really are as cocky as they say you are. Now I wonder if your skills are as rumored, too. Of course, the real thing is gonna be different than in the rumors. Because I'm way stronger than they make me out to be. I'll see that for myself, so get up now. You have no more excuses to make, let's fight now. Why don't you first go beat the top 3 or whatever? You can't just skip the 4 lords and head straight to the Demon King. That wouldn't be a proper story. I mean, I heard you aren't even part of the top 3. Did you snap because I hit a nerve? He disappeared. Over here. TN, nothing personal, kid. He's attacking backwards. KGH. He's able to respond that quickly even with his field of view being hindered by his shield. Not bad. However, I think it's about time I finish this. KGH. KGH. He purposely aimed for the side I was blocking with my shield. The spear spun and changed trajectory right before it collided with the shield. What terrifying control. So this is SEO Munyab. That's my win. Not yet. The spear only grazed me. I'm not dead yet, that's because I merely grazed you on purpose. Why are you bitching at me after I went easy on you? You can never win against me while holding such a big shield. What? No need to play to your size. Swap to a smaller shield. What are you suddenly on about? Your big bro here's being nice and giving you advice because you weren't just all talk. Your field of vision is obstructed by your shield. I bet you were told a lot as a kid that you have tunnel vision. I bet that's why you picked the big shield. So you can defend yourself while you look around in the middle of fights, but that's an incomplete solution. It'll only backfire against super strong people like your big bro here that can use your field of vision against you, so swap to a smaller shield. Taking your dexterity and control into account, that'll be better for you in the long run. You're not lying, are you? Why would I trick you? Even if I tell you everything, you ain't a match for me, dumbass. I guess giving it a try won't hurt. What? Why did you teach him that, Yob? He's already a troublesome enough opponent. The rest is now all up to you. That's everything I had to do, so I'm dipping. I need to go catch up on my dramas. Oh, by the way, since your big bros taught you so well, make sure you deposit your lesson fees when you get home. Fine. But, I have a condition. Condition? What condition? I want to fight you one more time. So compete in the A match in 2 weeks. You're a funny son of a bitch. I told you, I ain't interested in Battlefield. Why would I do something I'm uninterested in when I have so much drama to catch up on? Whatever. I don't need your stinky pocket change. I'm telling you, I'll pay you money or whatever else you want if you compete. Are you nuts? I told you, I don't want it. So scram. It'll be different next time. I can see it in his eyes, this motherfucker's gone off the rails. You need to play Battlefield. You can't waste your powers holed up in your house. How I use my powers is up to me. He, I think I can use this. Mr. Genion. Sezun. Kim Sezun. Are the two finally gonna get together? Your regular broadcast has been interrupted for an emergency alert. Huh? What the? It was just getting good, too. Mr. Seo Munyab had publicly and firmly declared that he will not play Battlefield previously. Seo Munyab tries Battlefield. However, we have gotten a report saying that in a recent duel with player Gerald Walker, there was talk that suggested that it might be possible to change that. The audio in the duel isn't perfectly clear, but the anonymous source of the video stated. And the source also states that Mr. Seo Munyab himself has accepted those terms. What? Motherfuckers. When the fuck did I say something like that? Hey, I'm asking. How the hell did this happen, huh? Old man. Who the fuck was that anonymous informant bastard? I'll kill that bitch right now, so fucking bring him here. And what the hell is this video? They just edited out all the parts when I declined him. I'll grab and kill the one who distributed this as well. Firstly, for these incidents that have negatively affected the savior of the world, I, as the association president, apologize. What? Why are you doing this all of a sudden? Walker brought the U.S. Battlefield Association as well. A weakling Korean Battlefield Association president like me couldn't deny their proposal. There was pressure from the people of power and the public as well. I'm really sorry. Not as the association president, but as your hyung as well. No, so. I understand you have your own situation as well, but however, Yob. Don't worry. I've thought of a brilliant plan so that you will not be troubled by this. Only if the US team defeats the Korean team in the A match with a flawless 0-11 score without any deaths would the friendly match against Seo Munyab be held. I attached this condition. After I told them they wouldn't be able to get your attention if they weren't this strong, they accepted it. So don't worry. It's true that the Korean battlefield level is a little low. But our level isn't so low as to not kill a single one in three. No, I don't care about shit like that. I already told you I'm not interested in this battlefield bullshit. Why is everyone out to bother me? In any case, this condition is practically impossible to fulfill. Everyone knows what your personality is like, so they ended up agreeing to the condition. We've known each other for so long. Save me just this once, Yob. Instead, I'll donate all the profits we get to one of those child protection charities you like. So can't you just go along with it, HM? Yob. Fucking hell, if it really wasn't for what I owe him. Fine, I got it. But this'll be a one-time thing. That's natural. There won't be a second time. Thanks so much, Yob. Should I give you a kiss on the cheek? Get off me. Anyways. I really won't go in if you can kill even a single American. I won't budge even if you come crying to me then. That's obvious. No matter what happens, I'll keep that promise. Then, since we finished discussing the problem, let's go eat dinner. You're paying, right, Ajusi? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I? I know a good tuna fillet place, so let's go there. I'm definitely going to keep the promise. Match result report: South Korea, USA simulation match results: set 1, 0-11 set 2, 0-10 set 3, 0-11 set 4 perfect game set 5-0:9 0-11 perfect game. Yo, I'm sorry. Now reporting information directly sent to us from the KBA. It has been confirmed that Mr. Seo Munyab has accepted the proposal of the U.S. There are talks that Mr. Seo Munyab might enter Battlefield. GBC News Desk: Seo Munyab, onto Battlefield. Breaking news. Seo Munyab, A match. Battlefield, fucking shit, why are you just talking about me the whole day instead of airing the dramas? This is all because of that old man. I should just break off relations with him. Damn it, so unlucky. What's that sound? Heian's training. Hey Ian, your reaction speed was definitely fast this time, but you need to get faster. Okay. Since your position is sub-dealer, let's focus on increasing your mobility to help out your teammates better. Okay, Dad. Understood. If you want to increase your dexterity from here, looks like Jiho is wasting his time again. Eyes of analysis. Target Baek Hae-yeon, human, strength 61-82, dexterity 90-90, speed 94-95, endurance 59-80, willpower 81-81, skill 63-75, aura 66-70, superpower teleportation rope. Haeyeon's dexterity is decently high, but she's already reached the limits of her talent. Strength dexterity 90-90, 94-05 on top of that. Since her limits for speed and dexterity are not as high as Jiho's young self, it's impossible for her to give the performance Jiho wants. However, her limits for strength and endurance exceed Jiho's. So it's nonsense to put her into a sub-dealer position. Baek Jiho, even if that method was useful for you, it's totally wrong for Hae-yeon. Yua. Short break. If Hae-yeon, who's the ace of the Korean team, is in a state like this, Uncle, there's a chance they won't be able to kill a single American. Did you see me train? I did. Looks like you don't have to do any more dexterity training. No, she's still lacking. I feel if she trained a little more. Baek Jiho, Hae-yeon isn't you. What? You can stop her speed and dexterity increasing training now. She only looks lacking because she's worse than you at your prime. She's already reached her limit for dexterity. Same with her skills in wielding the whip. She's also a speed type and has the same superpower as you, so you tried to raise her as a sub-dealer like you, but you two are different. Hae-yeon, what will you do after you've grappled someone with your whip? Obviously, I'll pull to break their balance, or toss them to an ally after binding them. Beep, wrong. You need to finish them yourself. It's not efficient for you to follow Jiho's style and be a sub-dealer. Your speed and dexterity are worse, and unlike Jiho, you won't have a suitable ally who could finish them off for you. So what's important for you right now are strength and swordsmanship. You'll directly finish them with a sword. I'll show you once, so watch properly, it's not that hard. Like this. As soon as you grab, slash them. Did you see? Since you won't be able to kill with a whip, you'll need to become as proficient with the sword as you are with the whip. That's why you'll need strength and swordsmanship training. And from now, Haeyeon's position will be changed from sub-dealer to melee dealer. You understand, Mr. Head Coach? Then should we do 500 sets of simple strength exercises? How about it? Why aren't you moving? Start 500 sets of strength exercises, now. From today until the A match, 14 days. I will coach Hae-yeon. John Kim, agent and manager. Your skills have improved a lot the past few days. Did my performance get better? Of course. I remember you talking about changing your shield so suddenly after visiting SEO MANHWA, and I was curious what the hell that was about. After watching for a few days, I feel that you've broken through the weaknesses you've had. If you master this style, it'll be possible for you to get into the top 3. Of course, as this is a big change, you'll need that much more practice. Before you familiarize yourself with this, it might be a bit trickier for you to handle speed-type dealers like Nathan. But in the long term, you'll definitely benefit a lot. If you were to convert the worth of this change, how much would that be? From what I think, it'll probably be worth over $10 million. If you properly learn this style, you might be able to increase your pay to this much next time you renew your contract. Million. Then, right now, send $10 million to SEO MANHWA. What? It's consultation fees. I'll definitely drag you into the arena. Wait a little longer. SEO MANHWA, Seoul International Battlefield Stadium. KR, US A match game BF World Battlefield vs XX. It's finally today. The historic match day has finally arrived. I think the audience members would be quite interested in today's outcome. The event match with the hero SEO Munyab and the American team, that dreamlike showdown's commencement would be solely decided by today's match results. Then, we will now introduce the players of each team that will decide that fate today. Lee Munho support, Jo Yonghwa melee dealer, Young Dae-hoon tank, Ji Yeonsu ranged dealer. Sun Yubong support, Shim Yangsu ranged dealer, Yu Byoko melee dealer, Chai Woohyu tank, Lee Dongja melee dealer, Kim Shermoon. Daniel Shikesta support, Steve Maggie tank, Chris Polward support dealer, Michael Shark Jr., Aaron Clark ranged dealer, Robert Pierce tank, Terry Miller melee dealer. Paul Gray tank, Rasher Irene support, Alan Moore tank. Baek Hae-yeon melee dealer. I'm looking forward to what the ace players of each team will show today. Gerald Walker tank. I'm especially looking forward to Baek Hae-yeon's performance in her first official match after her position change. Hae-yeon, go get M. Superhuman battlefield. The dungeon this match will commence in, will be the decrepit underworlder castle protected by skeletons. The Palace of Martaborni. This dungeon is comprised of a total of 3 levels, and a boss monster is stationed at each level. The Skeleton Warrior at the first floor, Dungeon Mini-Map 1F Start Boss A Start. The Death Knight at the second floor, Start 2F Boss Dungeon Mini-Map. And on the highest floor, the Bone Dragon and Lich are waiting for them. Boss 3F Dungeon Mini-Map. And since we have some viewers who are watching Battlefield for the first time, we'll send you the main rules of the match as well. Battlefield main game rules. The winning condition is to wipe out the enemy team. Hunting points will be earned whenever a monster or an enemy player is killed. The more hunting points a team gets, they can gain bonus aura, the color of which is decided by the number of points. Low point amount high. The players are now entering. Just what will the outcome of today's match be? Then, round 1. World Battlefield Korea vs USA start. Dungeon Mini-Map 1F A Start Boss. The US team has met the skeletons of floor 1. They have calmly started hunting. Their movement is in perfect form. The US team's mobility is relatively lower than most. Dungeon Mini-Map 1F Start Boss A Start. But they boast a truly indestructible steel wall defense after they finish growing from the hunt. I look forward to seeing what our national team's strategy to oppose them will be. Let's just do like I practiced. While we were covering the situation of the US team, the Korean team has also moved forward at an incredible pace. What is this? The Korean team is ignoring and running past the skeletons. They have run past the skeletons in the second area as well. Good, you're doing well, just keep running like that. Baek Jiho, if this plan works, will have a chance at winning. The Korean national team has aimed for a long game all this time. Looks like today, they are trying to kill the boss first. They have chosen a very aggressive strategy. The risk is very high, but if the plan succeeds, they would gain a great amount of hunting points. On top of that, as the first floor will begin to close after the boss is killed, Dungeon Mini-Map 1F Start KR Boss Start. They could disrupt the US team's plans as well. Dungeon Mini-Map 1F Start KR Boss Start. And just in time. Boss KR. The Korean team is now facing the boss of the first floor, the Skeleton Warrior. The boss hunt starts now. Walker, wait. An unexpected situation has occurred. It's you, Polward. Have you finished scouting? And what's this unexpected situation you're talking about? The Korean team is fighting the first floor boss right now. They're using a pretty different strategy than usual. Oh, looks like we got done in this time. Shouldn't we start running towards the second floor before the first floor collapses? We'll finish our hunting here. It'll be best to move to the boss area first. But since I'm not that fast on my feet, we'll need to use your superpower. It's nearly dead. Hae-yeon will finish it. Everyone else, keep the formation and cover her. So suddenly, from where? Walker. It's player Walker. He used the rebound of his teammate's superpower, Tempest, to fly in. This is insane. To drop in without